There are plenty of things that we could be afraid of. We could be afraid of not being enough. We could be afraid that people aren't going to like us. We could be afraid that the world's going to end, that climate change is going to take us all away. But here's the thing about fear. It stops us from being our best selves. You know, maybe you were afraid of the dark as a child, and this is something that you slowly overcome, but you may be afraid of doing something new. So here are a few ways to overcome fear, 6 in fact. Number 1, don't discount it. Notice it. Don't sweep it under the rug. Notice, hey, I feel afraid. And then confront the fear, what it is that you're afraid of. Here's the thing that I'll tell you. My father always used to say, none of us get out of this life alive. And so if you're afraid of the end of life, you're afraid of living. You're not living fully. Acknowledge the fact it's going to happen eventually, but you know what? I'm going to live my best life anyway. So acknowledge it's a possibility at some point, but I am going to live my best life anyway. The next thing is have positive self-talk. Talk to yourself positively. Don't be so afraid and worried about people liking you. Not everybody is going to like you. Be your best self, your authentic version of you, and don't be afraid and concerned what other people think of you. It's really none of our concern. So I have this little phrase. It's a little mind turner. None of what other people think is our business. So let's not focus on what is he thinking? What is she thinking? How is she feeling about me? It's really not our concern what other people think of us. Be your best self anyway. All right, so what else can you do? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Here's the thing about fear. Fear can be present when we're doing something new. It could be going out dancing, taking lessons somewhere, walking into a room where you know nobody. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And Nelson Mandela said, you know, that courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting anyway in the face of that fear. So I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe it's applying for that job that you feel like you're unqualified for. Do it anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, I had this lovely woman who followed me. She actually was never a client, but she watched my videos. And for 17 years, she had no relationship in her life. But watching my videos helped her overcome the fear that the next man she met would be just the same as the others. And she ended up getting married after 17 years of having no one in her life. And she's very happy. Yeah, so it's possible. Don't be thinking that just because everything happened this way in the past that it will continue to happen the same way. Things are bound to change. Addressing our fear, acknowledging it, positive self-talk. Are you with me still? And then make bravery a habit, just like anything. If we do it often enough, we get better at it and better at it. And then if we ask ourselves a few questions when we are doing something, what's the worst that can happen? Has this ever happened before? Only 5% of the things I fear will ever come to fruition. So let me just do this anyway. Strengthen your muscles, just like going to the gym. Practice becoming fearless. I was afraid of everything, and there isn't much that scares me anymore. And I know that you can do this too. And then the last one is practice mindfulness. The more that we are present in this moment, the more that we breathe and we're present in the moment instead of focusing on that possibility that something may happen in the future, be present in the moment. You're going to find yourself feeling stronger, more resilient, and fearless. I hope this helped you. I'd love to hear, how does fear stop you and how do you work through fear on a regular basis? I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. If you'd like more information, my website is jenniferelizabethmasters.com. Sending you lots of love today. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.